today, like we are going to start with the basic thing of share capital, the basic. Okay, so you can see that the shares are issued for cash. What journal entries are required? Okay, so let us discuss those. The entries will be there as per the steps. The first step, if you remember, it was to receive the applications. So whenever the applications are received, okay, so applications are received along with the money. When you receive the application money, being a company, so yes, the entry required is bank account debited to share application account. Allotment नहीं होना चाहिए. I'm sorry. To share application account. Got it? Yes. Allotment कब रखा था मैंने? हाँ. कि like it can be share application and allotment only if the full amount, the face value of the share is called up at one time, right? 10 rupees of face value. This 10 rupee has been called in one installment. There are no parts of that 10 rupees. So in that case, we have to pass that entry to bank to share application and allotment. Otherwise, if it is in installments, so yes, the first step is application. So bank to share application is the required entry. Second is on transfer of share application money. So we know like application is a part of the capital. So we have to transfer this amount to capital. So share application account debited to share capital account. Third, like if we have received any excess application money, I told you at the time of over subscription, if we have some excess money with us and the amount has to be refunded. So when that amount is refunded, okay, so yes, the entry required is share application account debited to bank account. When you receive money, bank to share application. But when you are rejecting the applications and refunding the amount thereof, right? So this entry will be required. That is share application account debited to bank account. On allotment of shares, when the shares are allotted, the entry required is share allotment account debited to share capital, correct? And this is also the entry when we as a company call the shareholders, give a call to the shareholders to pay the allotment money, right? And then next step is when you receive the allotment money. When allotment money is received, entry is bank to share allotment, right? Then first call or final call is due. So share first and final call account debited to share capital. And when the company receives the amount on the receipt of the first and final call money, the bank to share first and final call, right? I have taken a very simple example. On the left hand side, you can see there, A Limited issued 1 lakh shares of 10 each. Company received applications for 1 lakh shares. मतलब जितना भी था उतना application मिल गया. Amount was called by company as follows. On application allotment, rupees 5 per share. So let me make it only application, right? Okay. Just a second. I need to do some correction. And over here on allotment. Okay. On application is rupees 5 per share. On allotment is 3 per share. On final call is 2 per share. These are just assumed values, assumed illustration, right? Imaginary illustration ऐसा बोल सकते हो आप, ठीक है? Okay. The first entry, as I have told you, will be for application money received. So we can see that how many shares are issued? 1 lakh. What is the application called? Rupees 5 per share. So whosoever the applicant is there, that applicant will be paying us 5 rupees per share. So 1 lakh applications मिले ही हैं. So 1 lakh into 5 is 5 lakh rupees. So bank to share application will be rupees 5 lakh. Right? Now the second is to transfer this application when to share capital. The entry is very clear. Share application to share capital. So let me write over there 5 lakh rupees. Right? No money has been refunded over here, so I'm not writing anything over here. Third, on allotment of shares, when the shares are allotted, the allotment money is to be called. Allotment money per share can be seen as 3 per share. How many shares are there? 1 lakh. So 1 lakh into 3, that will be 3 lakh rupees. The share allotment account debited 3 lakh to share capital 3 lakh. This has to be taken care of. Okay, always. Whatever the call per share is there, multiply by the number of shares issued. 1 lakh into 3, 3 lakh. We don't have any calls in areas over here. So let us write this. The total amount has been received. So bank account debited to share allotment. This example is just to make you understand. This is a very simple process that has to be continued throughout the chapter, right? कॉल किया, पैसा मिला, नहीं मिला तो विल लर्न दैट. Okay. Next is share first and final call. Share first and final call can be seen as rupees 2 per share. 1 lakh shares are there. So share first and final call upon debited to share capital 2 per share. 1 lakh shares are there. So 1 lakh into 2 is 2 lakh rupees. So 2 lakh is the amount for the entry. Call has been made. You have received the amount. So let us write there share on the receipt of the final call. The bank to share first and final call rupees 2 lakh. Okay, so this is how you have to start with share capital. Okay. Next is, okay, the issue of shares at par. Par and premium are the two words we are going to go through. At par means when you just find that the shares are issued at its face value. 10 rupee ka share hai, 10 mein reissue issue kiya, that's fine. So we say that the shares are issued at par. Premium, if you find that the shares are issued at a price more than its face value, it's a premium, right? So we call it as a securities premium reserve. Okay, so let us go through this example now. Can Limited issued 40,000 shares of rupees 10 each, payable rupees 2 on application, rupees 3 on allotment, rupees 3 on first call, and rupees 2 on final call, right? All the shares were subscribed and allotted, and all the sum due is duly received. Okay, what are the calls are there? Calls were made, and all the amounts have been received by the company. So you can see there the entries I have written already: bank to share application to share capital, share allotment to share capital for amount due. When you receive the amount, bank to share allotment. When first call is made, the share first call to share capital, and when you receive the amount, bank to share first call. Final call, the share final call to share capital, and when you receive the amount, bank to share final call. Right? पहले ये 8 entries complete करते हैं. Can you just tell me what amount should I write in the first entry, bank to share application? Anyone?
4 lakh.
No. On application?
80,000.
Yes.
80,000.
80,000 is right. Because 2 on application hai. I'm not going to call 10 rupees. 40,000 shares hai. That's fine. Okay. We need to focus on rupees 2 on application. Correct. So 40,000 into 2, that will be 80,000. So 80,000 is the amount that I receive on application, and the same amount will be transferred to capital. Okay, share application to share capital. Okay, now tell me what amount should I write for allotment?
1,20,000.
Rupees 3 on allotment. Yes. So 40,000 into 3, that is 1,20,000. So let me write 1,20,000 is the call, right? And the company has received the amount in full. So 1,20,000 for bank to share allotment. Okay. Entry का structure is fixed. Okay, so need not to worry about that. But हाँ, वो याद करना पड़ेगा, step by step लिखना पड़ेगा. Now share first call. Share first call to share capital when the first call money is due. How much is the call? First call is rupees
1,20,000.
1,20,000 again. Yeah, that's correct. Okay, so 1,20,000 is the call, and bank to share first call is 1,20,000. Amount has been received in full, so that's why I'm writing this amount. Share final call to share capital. What is the share final call per share? It is rupees
80,000.
2 per share.
80,000.
2 per share hai, to फिर 40,000 into 2, that will be 80,000, right? So let me write 80,000 over here. Okay, the amount has been received in full, so 80,000 over here. Correct. So whatever the paragraph I have read, I'm done with the basic entries till here. After that, this is also very important. Expenses on issue of shares amounted to rupees 10,000. Expenses, share issue expenses. Expense है debit करेंगे. We are paying that. So bank credit. So you can see the entry over there. कि share issue expenses account debited to bank. The amount given to us is 10,000, right? And then the point is we need to write off these expenses. Yesterday I was discussing with you about the preliminary expenses, share issue expenses, underwriting commission, right? So these expenses are to be written off in the year of its occurrence, right? Now when they are to be written off in the year of its occurrence, so we need to write it off. Write off के लिए दो amounts रहेंगे. SPR, if SPR is available, then SPR first. If SPR is not available, by default we need to go with statement of P&L. So we can see that entry over there, statement of P&L account debited to share issue expenses, rupees 10,000.